What's good, peeps? What is good? How's everyone doing? Hopefully everyone is doing well and had a good weekend. I certainly did. A chilled out, relaxing weekend because this week is crazy. This week is crazy. I'm not complaining, but it's crazy. Shall I give you an overview of what this week is? Let me give you an overview of what this week is. Okay, so today's Monday. I'm filming this at 21:56. So this morning, I did a BT Sports podcast, which I enjoy. I really enjoy that. Tests my knowledge a lot. Really does, because I'm a football fan, but I'm a Liverpool fan. I don't know everything about every club, and that forces me to research. Anyway, so I done that, and then I went straight to TalkSport Studios and done my own show from 1 to 5, which takes a lot out of you. I can't lie to you, it takes a lot because, I just find it quite stressful. But I'll get used to it. But that was my first time doing that show by myself. By myself, by the way. So yeah, I done that today. Tomorrow, TalkSport again, and then Sky Sports for rehearsals for the transfer show, which starts next week. So I'll be on your screens on Sky Sports News from next week. Wednesday, TalkSport Rugby. Thursday, TalkSport with Sean Gota. Should be fun. Friday, day off. Saturday, Community Shield, Liverpool versus Arsenal. Sunday, don't know. But that's this week, so it's a bit of a busy week. All right, what are we talking about? All right, Dillian Whyte. Should we start there? Because I feel like we've all got over it now, right? For me, it takes a few days, I can't lie to you, to get over a big upset like that. I don't know why it does that, but my initial reactions all over the place. When I sort of calm down and think about it and look at the bigger picture, my thought process does change a bit, which is why I don't do many instant reaction videos anymore. I don't like, before I used to jump on straight away and just say stuff with so much emotion and then look back and think, what the fuck am I talking about? So now I kind of do take a day or so to do a video. I did a video a day after, and now this one obviously on Monday evening. So I've had a couple of days to digest what happened, to digest Dillian Whyte getting knocked out like that, to digest how good that punch was from Povetkin and what it all means. You know what I find strange though? Like, Andy Ruiz has come out and said a couple of things, and I think Deontay Wilder left a cryptic message saying something like eye for an eye. I think even Tyson Fury said something with regards to Povetkin's age. And all three have been attacked a little bit. And I'm sorry, no, I don't agree with it, right? I mean, it's fair game. Dillian Whyte literally destroyed Deontay Wilder. Not just an interview that I interviewed with him, but so many others as well, just laughing and just taking the piss out of Deontay Wilder's performance. He took the piss out of Andy Ruiz. It's fair game. I'm sorry, if that's how you respond to other people losing, don't be surprised if they come at you as well. I think we can all understand that, right? I've seen some people say, oh, what was Deontay Wilder talking about? What's Andy Ruiz talking about? Well, you know, Dillian Whyte did come at them. So I think they've both been quite subtle compared to how he came at them. So I think it's okay. And even him and Tyson Fury were having a bit of back and forth. So he loses. Of course, Tyson Fury is going to say something. Like, what do we expect here? I do like, though, how Dillian Whyte's handled the situation. He hasn't sort of hid and run away and, shied away. He's come out and spoke straight away. Give me the rematch. Spoke to Eddie Hearn in the immediate aftermath and came on camera. I think it was Matchroom's YouTube page. Done an interview with Sky. He's doing numerous interviews. He's been on his Instagram talking. He's not shying away from it at all. He accepts that it was just a mistake. And it was a mistake. He was winning. But I will say this, though. If you watch the fight, so obviously Povetkin went down. Dillian Whyte, I think, is it the second knockdown? It looks like he's tired. He's got this. But then again, Dillian Whyte always does that. But it looks like he hangs on the ropes a bit after the knockdown, waiting. And I'm looking at him thinking, you look tired already. Especially considering that you are in much better shape now. Why do you look like you're tired? And I thought he was looking tired. So, I don't know. I want to say that that was Povetkin's last round, and because they were talking about putting him out in the corner, but I don't know, man. Don't know. What I'm trying to say is that even if Povetkin didn't find that punch, I don't think that fight was over. That's what I'm trying to get at here, actually, because I'm going around in circles. I don't think it was a case of it was either that punch or nothing and Dillian Whyte was going to win. I don't think so. We all know from if you watch Dillian Whyte, especially in these tough fights, those last rounds for Dillian Whyte are always tough. Always tough. So if Dillian Whyte didn't put Povetkin to sleep, Povetkin, I think, would have come on strong in the latter rounds. I believe, anyway. But there is going to be a rematch. We're hearing that that will happen November, December. Dillian Whyte's talking about getting on his Instagram. He spoke about taking, I think he said 10 to 12 days off and then jumping straight back in, which I think is absolute madness. I do. That knockout was bad, Like, it wasn't, pardon me, it wasn't like a severe beating, obviously not. But that was a severe knockout. His legs went stiff and his head bounced off the canvas. Or was it the bottom rope that saved his head from bouncing? Take a lot longer off. Park the ego for a second. Take some time off. And then what's the rush? They're talking about November, which pretty much means this guy's going to take 2 weeks off, then get back into camp. No, scrap that. Just take some time off, man. Recover. Let your brain recover from that punch and that fall, and then go again. It's ego talking, saying, I want it now, I'm ready to go again now. Chill out. Chill out. You're not going to fight the winner of Fury Wilder now. That's done. So there's no rush, right? If Fury does win and AJ wins, that's what they're going to do. That we know now. And I guess that's the only, from a boxing perspective, that's the good thing that's come out of this for me, right? I've been saying I want to see Fury AJ. And again, when I say I want to see Fury AJ, don't put words in my mouth saying that I'm a Dillian Whyte hater because I don't want to see Dillian Whyte get shot. No. I just want to see Fury AJ. Right? It's the biggest fight in British boxing. Pardon me for wanting to see that. That's what I want to see. So I think Whyte should take some time out, and I would suggest that he doesn't get in the ring again until February, March of next year. Take some time out, sit out September, sit out October. Really, honestly, what's the problem? He had a long training camp in Portugal. Chill out, sit out September, sit out October, start training again in November, have the fight in February. What's the rush here? What are we rushing? Again, you've missed that Wilder Fury winner boat now. That's done. I mean, he can get that back. He can, right? We're not going to really speak about that now, but chill out. Chill out. As for Povetkin, I don't know. I think, look, my head says Whyte wins the rematch. My heart says you never know again. You never know again. The confidence now Povetkin will have, knowing he can land that shot and knock Dillian Whyte out, that's there now, right? And even Dillian Whyte now is going to be so apprehensive in the rematch, knowing he can be knocked out clean by Povetkin. It changes the dynamics of that fight. It's too easy to say, oh, Whyte wins because he was winning the first 4 rounds. Povetkin knocked him out. Whyte didn't get up. Whyte landed on Povetkin. Povetkin got up. That plays with your head psychologically as well, I think. But credit as well, before we move on, to Matchroom and Fight Camp. I've actually enjoyed it. It's been different. Even the little behind the scenes stuff has been interesting. Let's be honest, it's been fun to watch. I think it's done really well for female boxing. I think all the female fights were good, right? All of them were very, very good, in fact, right? All of them could have gone either way. Credit to all the girls that were boxing. It's been enjoyable. It's been enjoyable. I was trying to think, who's the star to come out of Fight Camp? Like, I was thinking of this because I was thinking about UFC, and the star to come out of Fight Island was Hamzat Chimaev. So someone that we didn't know. I was thinking, is it that Babbage character? I don't know. I think Chris Congo performed really well. That was a good performance. Felix Cash looked impressive as well. Not sure. I like Babbage because I can see a couple of Brits wanting to fight him, which I think makes it interesting. Fabio Wardley looked good as well. So yeah, all in all, I think it was a successful experiment. I think it was good. They were blessed to have good weather, right? That was always the risk when you do an outside event. They got the good weather. So, yeah, let's see what happens next. I don't know why they don't continue doing it. Obviously, I'm guessing they're going to go back to arenas, right? That's probably what they're going to do. Especially if we are hearing numbers will come back. But don't know, man. See what they do in Monaco, where he has those small events in Monaco where people do like black tie events. They could do that there. They could. What's this? All right, let's move on to some news. Andy Ruiz, I was so happy Whyte got knocked the F out. Again, we kind of just touched on this. But yeah, that's a fight I still want to see. I want to see Ruiz. I want to see Deontay Wilder. There are a few fights I want to see for Dillian Whyte. And that's the good thing about this heavyweight boxing landscape right now. You lose, it doesn't matter. I mean, it matters in terms of world title opportunities and fights, but there's still big fights out there, right? I mean, big fights out there. I mean, if you're Dillian Whyte, there's at least 5 or 6 fights that I think make sense and make money right now that are not named Wilder, Fury, or AJ. There's some other fights out there, so no stress, my man, no stress. All right, this one was announced today. Josh Taylor versus Apanum Kongsong. That fight was supposed to happen just before COVID broke out, if I remember. They're now saying it's official for September 26th. BT Sports Studios over there behind closed doors. So that's a good card and that's going to do good numbers. It's good to see Josh Taylor back and it's good that he's fighting behind closed doors. So yeah, let's see what happens in the first defense of his belts that he got, right? He's, what is he again? He's ring, right? So he's ring, he's IBF, WBA? Don't know, I can't remember. What else have we got here? Anything else? Derevyanchenko, my experience, skill set will be too much for Charlo. Can't wait for that fight. Can't wait for it. Charlo could be in trouble in this fight, you know. If Charlo doesn't have the X factor to put Derevyanchenko away, and considering that Jacobs and GGG couldn't, I don't think he hits harder than them. I think, you know what it is? His punches come from, they're faster, right? So sometimes it's what you don't see which causes you a problem. Whereas GGG kind of telegraphs these punches now. So I feel like you can ride them a bit more. Charlo does wing them from crazy places. So might be able to get rid of Derevyanchenko. If he doesn't, that's a tough night's work, boy. That's a tough night's work. WBC Prez, no date or time limitation at this moment for heavyweight mandatory. Let's move on from that. We just want to see AJ Fury now. We just want to see AJ Fury. I am so scared about Wilder. I can't lie to you. I'm not sleeping on Pulev, but Joshua will run through Pulev. Joshua will run through Pulev. Wilder scares me for some reason. Don't know. Just because he's been so quiet and I feel like, I don't know, it's like he's working on a master plan there, wherever he is right now. Bob Arum. Dillian Whyte got what he deserved. Talk too much about Fury. Okay. You know what the thing is about Bob Arum? Yes, he's come out and you've actually seen him in interviews say this, but whoever runs his Twitter account, that's not Bob Arum speaking. And it annoys me because it's not Bob Arum, so I don't see the point in having a Twitter account that says Bob Arum. Does that make any sense? It's clearly not him because the way Bob Arum talk, I know sometimes we type differently to the way we talk, but I can still see some sort of correlation sometimes. The person that's tweeting for Bob Arum isn't Bob Arum and it doesn't sound like Bob Arum. Just stop. Fury. Hearn was trying to protect Joshua by putting Whyte in the way. I don't agree with that. And I'm not saying that as a Joshua fan. I don't agree. Like, no, I think Hearn wants to fight. I just think Hearn was under so much pressure. Let's not forget that pressure that was building up from Dillian Whyte. He was under so much pressure because he promotes both AJ and Dillian Whyte to let Dillian Whyte get his shot first. So there's a part of Hearn that's probably not too upset, right? I remember how upset he was when AJ lost to Ruiz. I mean, compare that to this. There's a difference, right? I think we all can know that. And he's probably thinking in the back of his head, well, to be fair, you know, I can set up the rematch, pay-per-view, AJ fights, pay-per-view, AJ fights Fury, big pay-per-view, win. That's probably his fight. That's probably his thought process anyway. Taylor and Pursoon deliver a Fight of the Year front runner in thrilling rematch. It was a good rematch. Some people, I think including myself, have probably given Pursoon both fights. Close, not going to say robbery. I'm not saying anything like that. And I can understand if you go the other way. I know I can make an argument to say Pursoon won both. That's all I'm saying. Very similar to the GGG Canelo situation. GGG is walking away having not beaten Canelo. I can make a very good argument to say GGG should have won both fights. That's all I'm saying, right? What we got here? Sean Porter. Oh yeah, I forgot. I actually forgot that Sean Porter fought. Sean Porter dominates Formella over 12 rounds. What were the scorecards in this fight? Sorry, people. I completely forgot. I even forgot that Joe Smith was fighting, and then I saw the highlights of him beating Alvarez. What a performance that was. I mean, this guy literally puts people through the ropes. Done the same thing to Bernard Hopkins. So credit to Joe Smith. What am I looking at? I'm looking at, what am I trying to find here? My brain's got, oh yeah, that's it. We're trying to find Sean Porter's scorecard. Sean Porter. Was it a shutout? I think it's a bit poor though that now, is Sean Porter moved back into a mandatory position or something by beating this kid? Boy. I don't know. Let's have a look at the bouts. Come on, BoxRec. Let me know what the score. Oh my God. 120, 108. Every single round. Jesus. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Every round. I need to watch that fight. How could Sean Porter not get rid of this kid if it's like that? Anything else to talk about? Do you see what Dana White said about De La Hoya, like about his comeback? He said, well, cocaine is expensive. Cheeky. I feel like you shouldn't be able to say that. He's probably going to get sued, but he doesn't care. Like, can you say things like that? Probably can, can't you? Is there anything else to talk about? I mean, there is a few bits. You know what fight I'd like to see now? Chris Kongo versus Conor Benn. I'm fully over that, like all over it. Give me that now. Don't think Conor Benn's going to take that fight. But it's a good fight for Chris Kongo if he does. Is there anything else we should talk about before we move on? All right, let's move on and call it a night. Peace.